Okay, so last week I did Wonder Woman Android 18, and someone also requested Supergirl Android 18. So I guess now we'll have blonde female Dragon Ball Z character versus blonde female Kryptonian. Now I do these fights the same way, 9 criteria: intelligence, findability, strength, speed, durability, invulnerability. Energy rejection, this is your raw distance, versatility, how many different sorts of moves you actually have, and X Factor. If it's 5-4, a person with 5 more than likely would win. 6-3, the farther you get from the center, the easier it is for the other person to win. So get right into this. I shouldn't need to describe Supergirl that much. Pretty much all of Superman's power set, even though Superman has said she's actually stronger. Predominantly because she hasn't spent as much time on Earth, depending on origin story. So she doesn't hold back anywhere near as much as Superman does. In Android 18, of course, Dragon Ball Z character brought in pretty much after the Frieza saga and after we had Future Trunks. Really had a great prominent role in the history of Trunks, Dragon Ball Z, kind of one-shot that is either considered canon or not canon. Knowing that what happened at the end of that storyline was that Future Trunks therefore came back into the primary timeline, and therefore adjusted things in the primary timeline, because also at the exact same time, Goku never died. I will be going with main continuity, not history of Trunks' potential future continuity. We're going to this. Intelligence. Supergirl is smart, but I will have to give the edge to Android 18 based on overall processing speed. Fighting ability. Yeah, sorry. Supergirl, decent fighter, actually a better fighter than Superman, but she's definitely outclassed. Strength. Man, this is definitely Supergirl. Supergirl has shown the fact that she has very little restraint, that she's accidentally killed people in fights. Yes, it was crappy a little bit. Speed. Sorry. I will still say that based off what they show when it comes to the speed feats in Dragon Ball Z, they show a lot of times when they're flying, they're doing sonic booms. They're really not showing them truly hit a fast line. Like, yes, I know Raditz at like a power level below 9,000 was said that he hit light speed. And if below 9,000, I think Raditz maybe 10 to 15, we'll say 10 to 15, because I don't have my sheet in front of me, is beyond light speed, then pretty much means every single character is at ludicrous speed. So every time they do a move, the screen should blast plaid. But it doesn't. Now we're at durability. This is, will they get tired? How is their recovery? This one is kind of a mixed bag, because I'm looking at Android 18 having essentially an internal energy source, and she's not really going to get tired, versus how well can Supergirl, in the process of a battle of this sort of magnitude, how fast and how decent is her capacity when it comes to harnessing solar energy, metabolizing it into her own energy source, using that for recovery as well as offensive capabilities. And I was like, Now we're looking at a high level of output. I don't know the approximate amount of input she actually has coming in, versus robotic power source. And I was like, I will give the edge to Android 18 predominantly based upon her overall power source. It is internal, it doesn't have to worry about anything happening to it. So, I definitely will give her the edge when it comes to that. Invulnerability. Kryptonians take beatings. As much as people talk about the invulnerability levels of Dragon Ball Z characters, they get cut by glass. They get cut by glass. Regardless of level, they get cut by glass. Glass does absolutely nothing to a Kryptonian except for wreck their clothes. Energy rejection, this is raw energy output. Android 18 has got some tremendous, just raw damaging output. Versatility. Scream it black. Versatility. Now in this one, I had to go back and think, am I looking at multiple energy blasts, or I'm looking at the different sorts of ways that we've seen a Kryptonian use the heat vision of Frostbite. I was like, you know what, I think over a versatility standpoint, I will have to go with Supergirl. I think you look at how well she's been able to use the heat vision of the Frost Breath in concert with other abilities. That's going to make her a pretty tough individual to defeat. Now we come down to that last thing. We're tied up in the X Factor. One of the ways they've categorized Supergirl towards the end of pre-Flashpoint, and definitely the New 52, is that she has anger issues. And she can very easily kind of make that switch to the dark side and become a very, very destructive individual. The New 52, she's had anger issues because she doesn't quite belong. Which is what led to her using her powers at ridiculously devastating levels. As this fight goes on, she will become frustrated. As she gets frustrated, she is going to become ridiculously dangerous. And that's going to give her the edge. Normally these sort of fights, if you can get somebody agitated and get them out of their game, that can really work to your advantage. However, Supergirl not really having a tremendous amount of skill, she's not going to lose any of that skill. She doesn't have any. She's not going to get out of the fight mentally because she's really not the mental superior one of this fight anyways. But her strength's going to increase. Her speed is going to increase. She's going to become pissed and she's going to just tear straight through her. And the fact that she's accidentally killed, I've heard Kazarian, I've heard Zarian. So she accidentally killed Lobo and then destroyed his ship because she was pissed. If you're destroying an alien ship because you're pissed, an android created by a Terran, even though he does have extra advanced technology, it's not going to be that difficult to do once this fight goes kind of long and Supergirl gets tipped.